dial your operator. If you need help, then dial your operator.
Hello, I'm your host, Michael Duffy, with Season 1 of Call Me for Help.
Episode 5, You've Got Mail.
Before you watch this YouTube video, make sure hackers aren't watching you watch it. Listen, I'm an IT consultant with over 5,000 clients all over Canada. 90% of them were vulnerable to hackers before working with me. My name is Michael Duffy, but my clients call me Mike the Nerd. That's because when I start working with them, they never worry about nerdy tech stuff ever again. Whether they're just an individual needing help with antivirus software, backups, tech support, or a multi-million-dollar enterprise needing help with monitoring and maintaining their networks, I helped 5,000 businesses eliminate their tech worries by backing up their data properly.
Hello, I am your host, Michael Duffy, a computer and cybersecurity expert. Is your PC or Mac irritating you? Don't throw it out the window. Instead, call me for help. Welcome, I am your host, Michael Duffy from Don't Get Hacked. The hacker term of the day, email. What is email? Email, electronic mail, is a way of exchanging letters using a computer. Email, as we know it, was invented in the 1970s. It is an everyday activity for most people. Whether you use it for business or just sending jokes and memes to your friends. It's so popular, it is one of the easiest attack vectors that a hacker can use. Mike, why do hackers want my email address? Simply put, it's the most cost-effective way to attract more victims. Other hacks require more money, more time, and definitely more planning. Email is simple. Your email address gets added to new mailing lists. Nearly 85% of all emails are spam. 66% of hack attempts are installed via malicious email attachments. How likely are you to open an email in 2022? Email is very low cost. Any hacker, any age can utilize it. Need a hacker-free email system? Send us an email. And now, time for commercial break. Hi, I'm your host, Michael Duffy from Don't Get Hacked. Call me for help. This is Season 1, Episode 5, You've Got Mail. Our special guest today on Zoom is actress and model Greta Blackburn. She uses the MacBook and she has an iPhone and she runs a club called the Bitch Kitty Club. So of course she has to maintain contact with all of her members, and email is an integral part of the workflow of most business owners. So everybody uses email, but there can be a ton of issues with email because there's so many different types of accounts and a few different technologies, some pros, some cons. Anyway, email can be confusing and there's a lot of weird error messages. So today's Zoom session, again, we're going to step through our special guests, Greta Blackburn's email issues, and point out some common email issues that everybody runs into on a regular basis and give you some tips to solve your own email problems. I hope you enjoy Episode 5, You've Got Mail.
Hi, Michael.
Hi, Greta. How are you doing?
I'm well.
That's okay. I just realized I'm so gray that you can see the green screen on my head. So
Nice. Yeah.
a fun part of getting older. I'm not going to make
No,
any. I won't make any age jokes.
no, don't, not in my presence.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've been in New York City all day and I just got home in time. I'm glad you sent that little tickler because I might have spaced it. It's been a crazy day, but here we are.
So you sent me. You sent me kind of a mind dump of all your
Mhm.
technology challenges that you have. So, what I didn't get out of you is, are you Mac user, Windows user? What
Mac,
are you, you're
Mac,
Mac. Okay.
Mac.
So how long have you been on Mac for?
Forever.
Forever. Okay, just like most of us. Okay. All right.
Well, I started up on iOS. I'm talking back when they first came out, but then I
Okay.
switched over.
Okay. All right. So is it generally always just, file organization issues? I am assuming you have a ton of photos.
But wait, I just said something, I misspoke. I didn't start on iOS. I started on whatever it was back in the day. This is iOS.
You've been on
Okay,
them. You've been on them. So right now we're using, is it mainly iPhone, iPad,
yeah,
or an actual
yeah,
laptop,
yeah,
or?
yeah.
Okay.
MacBook Pro,
Okay.
iPad, and iPhone.
Okay. All right. Some people use their device for 3 years. Sometimes it's 10 or 15. So Macs are usually quite reliable and you don't have any problems. But
Mhm.
based on our conversation, it sounded like lots of, do you have any issues finding your files or your pictures, or you just have a lot of that stuff?
Well, I have a problem finding pictures because I haven't labeled them. So like, if, for example, if I want a shot of myself at some event in Hollywood 10 years ago, I've got to literally go through 12,000 photos. I've got to scroll and find it.
So
So I have to go.
okay. So are they then sitting in like the photo software on the Mac right now, or are they just in folders on your hard drive?
They're not in folders on the hard, they're on my, like on my phone. When I go to photos, it just scrolls forever. When I go on here to photos, I had a couple of albums I did at some point, but it's very sporadic and not much. It's just a massive dump.
Okay. So then it sounds like Greta needs to create albums in photos on her MacBook and get started with labeling and organizing. So are you plugging in is your main camera then an iPhone, or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. So I'm just trying to figure out your workflow process. Are you just taking photos on your phone and they're automatically showing up on your Mac?
Yes,
Okay. So you're
but
not
I don't use them. I don't use them off the Mac much. I mostly use them
No.
off the
Oh,
phone.
I get it. I get it. I'm assuming you're using and relying on iCloud to synchronize the photos from your phone to your MacBook. So you're just taking photos and they're just showing up in your Mac. So, okay. So just so I'm just making notes for everybody, just because I speak to 5 or 6 clients this morning just with email issues alone, and half an hour with this client, 45 minutes with this client, and I just work through their problems. And then we're like, oh, hey, maybe,
Right.
so I needed to know what wasn't working for, how you're using your technology, what's not working for you, to see if we can implement a little bit of a change and start, sounds like photo labeling and organization's a challenge at the moment. So, but of course, if you've not really spent any time doing it in the past, it just kind of, are you doing any type of, I know you've got the Bitch Kitty Club. Are you doing any type of social media posts for that right now?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Oh.
So is that Facebook Lives or Instagram Lives, or?
I am doing Facebook Live.
Okay.
I'm shooting videos and then uploading them. I'm doing a combo.
What MacBook Pro do you have right now? Is it a newer one, or?
Couple years old. In fact,
Okay.
I just heard the new one's unbelievable. It probably has the touch screen and all that about this Mac.
Yeah.
MacBook Pro 16-inch 2019.
Okay, you got a new one then. So how often are you switching between computers? Typically get a new MacBook.
Oh, it really is kind of haphazard. I mean, I don't keep them for, I don't know. Right now, I'm probably upgrading every, we'll say 3 years. Let's just say that.
Okay.
Like I had one that I had for a long time and then I
Yeah.
upgraded. I had one
Okay.
that I probably had for 6 years and then I upgraded. And then once in a while, I'll upgrade a little more frequently than that.
So photos with the Mac, it's generally pretty easy because, of course, anything you're taking on your iPhone, automatically goes up to iCloud, then automatically comes down to your MacBook. So
Right.
as long as as long as you've got the data plan or you're on Wi-Fi a lot, that's going to work.
Right.
When it comes to your files, you mentioned file organization. Is it just photos and video in your life, or is there Word or Excel or spreadsheets or PDFs or some other type of file format?
Not that stuff.
Before we set up the Zoom session, I had asked Greta to give me a list of things she needed help with. It was photo and file organization, and then sending emails from her MacBook. Sometimes I need to ask a few times.
I'm on a computer tutorial call. I got to call you later.
Okay.
Bye. Here's what it is. I mean, first of all, the new Word program, I've used Word forever. And now with this computer, I got a new Word where at some point I think I'm subscribing, I'm paying for it.
Yes.
I don't have it on my iPad. It doesn't transfer over. The account doesn't transfer over. I can't get Microsoft Word on my iPad, which I need. It's a big problem. And I don't even know how this Microsoft Word works that well. I haven't really gotten adept at it. It pisses me off.
Okay.
I was pretty good at it. I run a magazine since 1990. I always used Word. I was fine, but now I'm not. I mean, the biggest, I made a note here. So.
Okay, here's the big reveal. The email problem.
Here's one thing. So if I'm in this new Word, okay?
Yeah.
And then I go to the top and I want to email it to somebody. It emails it from my Macintosh mail account or not.
Yes.
Yeah, whatever the mail, as opposed to I want it to come from one of my other accounts, like my AOL, but it goes from some account that I never access in here. I've got mail on the Mac that I don't use. Okay. So I want my Word docs to come from me at my AOL account. That's number one. I want to know, here's my just current needs. If we're going to talk about critical path and
Yes.
punch list that's in the order. I'm doing a 30-day challenge on the Bitch Kitty Club page on Facebook. I've been doing every day doing these photos and descriptions, and I need to have them in an album on that page so people can refer back to 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, whatever. It's right now just the Facebook thread. And they're like, can't you put this in an album like Beachbody does? I'm like, no. So I need to be able to stash them in an album where I can go, hey, go to the 30-day challenge album, So, and like today, I posted a couple of articles I've already done, exercises. I had to rewrite, hunt the pictures up, had to go through the whole thing again. That's very cumbersome and stupid. So I need to be able to do an album on Facebook where I can put like a workout album, a diet album, whatever. And I need my Word docs to come from my email, not this thing on Macintosh that I don't use. Those are two really immediate things that I need to solve.
Perfect. Okay. Then Facebook, we would need to log into your Facebook and show you how to make albums and organize that stuff. The Word doc thing is interesting. Yeah, we can definitely. So you want Word docs you're sending out from your MacBook to come from your AOL email. That's what I understand.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. How do you generally send your AOL email? Are you logging into the AOL webmail?
Yeah, I'm in AOL.
Okay. So we just have to determine if Microsoft Word will then just send those files to your webmail, or if we have to set up the AOL email in the Mac mail program, just so it's there. You may not even use the inbox, but you just wanted the connection to be there for the outgoing, right?
Yeah.
So we can.
The email fix should be easy. Step 1. Set up Greta's email in Mac Mail on her MacBook and test it.
We can fix your AOL email today in the Word docs.
Great.
That's probably the easiest thing. I'm going to look up the Facebook albums for you and get back to you.
Okay.
We'll do one thing at a step. I like making you happy one step at a time, because there's less for me to fix if we screw something up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So what we're going to do is I got a second computer here because, for me to remotely connect over to your MacBook, we're going to use something called TeamViewer. Have you used that before?
I've used it.
Okay. All right. Perfect. So
Do you already have it installed on your MacBook or?
I probably do.
Okay.
Let me see. I'll do a find. Team viewer, bingo.
Perfect. So when that opens up, it's going to give you an ID number and then a password. So I'll need the ID number first, and then if it's happy, we'll type the password in, and then
My ID is 1720. You're gonna see a very messy desktop. It's embarrassing. but whatever.
that's okay. I don't judge. I just fix computers and help you.
Mhm.
All right. So I'm just going to. Of course, I'm staring at the camera on one computer and remotely connecting to your computer desktop on the other computer. So,
Okay.
Are we learning new things? Making some progress? It's a great time for commercial break.
can you open up Microsoft Word and just show me where the
It's right here. Here
yeah,
it is.
okay,
Here we go.
perfect. So, for example, when you go to click to send something via email, just show me the button you're clicking on so
Here
that
we
way.
go. So here I've opened, here, let me open a doc. Doesn't want to open. Where'd it go? Oh, it's opening slowly. So there's my document, okay? Up here, it says share.
All right.
There is what happens. It says that. And
Okay.
if I want to send a copy right here, there it is, email as attachment. Boom, it opens to this goofy account that is not the account I want it to go from.
All right. Perfect. Let us just find out what version of Microsoft Word this is. I know it's one of the newer ones, but they're all a little bit different. So right now I'm just doing a little bit of Google searching just to see if there's a way to link her AOL email to her Mac, as she is storing all of her files on OneDrive to synchronize them between her mobile device and her MacBook. So realistically, she should just be able to click on share in Microsoft Word, and that should just share any of those OneDrive files directly with MacMail, and MacMail should be able to send out via AOL. Look what we found under internet accounts, under system preferences on her MacBook. Under email accounts, she already has the AOL account set up. Okay, we're going to send a test email from MacMail on her MacBook. That test email is going to be sent from her AOL account, so it should show up in the sent folder on her MacBook, as well as the sent folder in her AOL webmail. I think your MacMail is already set up with your AOL, but I'm just testing to see if I got that email. Yeah, your Mac already sends out, so let me see here.
but not from Word, Like when that goes to people, it comes from some account. I believe it comes from some account that I never check. Like if they respond to my email, well, let me try to send you something. How
Well,
about that?
I just sent it. So we're there. So we're in Microsoft Word looking at the Bitch Kitty Club show outline, and you said you click on share, and
Yeah,
you say send a copy,
uh-huh.
and email attachment. That's opening up Apple Mail on your computer, which is already linked to an AOL account of yours, which is, let's see which email it came from. It says it came from Greta B Fit at AOL.com.
All right, well, that's it.
Okay, so
it's already linked.
it's already linked. So
Well, let me do me a favor. Let me just hold your horses
ahead.
because I think, and also like, I'm just gonna say this, when I look at this address book in here,
Yeah.
it's really kind of funky. It doesn't,
Yeah.
anyway.
Well, we
let
can
me
fix that. We can fix that too. So I just want to make sure that
All right, let me send this. I'm sending this to myself.
perfect.
Maybe it used to do that. Anyway, that would be
That's
nice.
okay.
but Not doing it. But for example, that when that comes up in that mail thing, like if I want to text myself something, my cell number doesn't even come up in there. I got to put it, handwrite it. It's got all these autofills that aren't the right things.
Well, the contact list is probably on your Mac. When you go to send an email, you weren't sure about that contact list. Well, what it's doing is it is grabbing contacts from your Greta B Fit at AOL.com address. And if you're using any, so that contact list you see when you sent the email from your Mac,
Yeah.
it's a combination of your AOL and your iCloud, I think, because we may need to simplify.
Well, let me,
We may need to clean up your contacts, and that is perfectly fine because most people have disastrous contact lists across multiple accounts.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's just say so far I haven't gotten that email from myself.
Okay.
But let me show you an example. So let's say I want to text this, okay?
Okay.
So I go to share. Well, I can't text her from here.
Yeah, well, you can if we set up
No, that's not something I would do often.
no.
It's more.
I sent that email to myself to my Gmail and it came through. So
well, I haven't gotten it yet. Now, unless it's in my spam folder and I can look there. I have not gotten it on AOL. I gotta find my AOL. I don't know how to find it from here. I don't know where I am.
You had Safari open and I think you had AOL open up in a tab.
Yeah, I did, but I think that's how I got to you. So if I'm on with you, that's not where it is. Let me close this inbox. Mail. Yeah, see, it doesn't show it in that inbox either, and it shows all my.
Well, we just have to figure that out so you know where your stuff is. So.
All right, hang on. Let me go to my AOL and see if it is in my spam. Yes, it's not in my spam.
Okay. Well, let's figure that out then. Okay, so
yeah, so it didn't get to me. So
I'm gonna grab the mouse and then we're gonna go back into Microsoft Word and then figure out what's going on here. So what share, and then we're gonna say send a copy, and then email attachment, and then I'll go check mine. And once I know I have it, then okay, I just received it as well. Okay.
You did receive it.
I received it. I've got 2 emails from Greta. So
no, isn't that weird that I don't?
With your computer. Okay.
Oh, here it came. Well, whatever 629, that's the one that you just did, but mine didn't go.
Okay.
That's anyway, so in theory it should be working.
In theory it should be working. I'm assuming this is your AOL account and I don't know why I don't see it in the inbox. Unless it's not checking your email automatically.
Well, Baksu, which is the one that came before it, is in my email here on my phone.
Okay. Then do you have rules that are auto-organizing stuff? And all the rules are just news from Apple. That's really strange. Okay. So when you got the copy of the email, you checked that on your iPhone then, or?
I'm just looking at it on my screen. It just showed up,
Okay.
but mine did not. The one I sent did not.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to figure out. There's no rules set up. There's only one email address that's set up in Apple. Oh, there we go. It came through. I'm just being impatient. I changed something. So
Yeah.
this is my only thing. It's probably not just an Apple thing, but I made one change on your computer, on your Apple Mail. And that was right here. So under general settings,
Yeah.
it was check for new message was set to automatically. I don't know what that means. Right. So I changed it to every minute. And then the email came in. So automatically, I don't know if that's an interval of a minute, 5 minutes, 15 minutes. I don't know what that means. And I've been a Mac user for 17 years.
Should I try to send that to myself again and just see what happens?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to have you do.
Okay, share. Send a copy. Email as attachment. And then I pick mail. And that comes up. See, I'm wondering if when I choose it from the list, the list, the contacts list, if somehow it's picking a different address, like I'm picking what I think is AOL and maybe it's picking
that's the next thing I thought. Let's just make sure when if you need to send stuff for Microsoft Word and you're using your MacBook, let's make sure things send out properly, they're coming into the inbox properly, and then we can go through and possibly cull or organize that contact list. There we go. We won.
All right. Perfect. All right. So whatever. So it is. So that let's consider that solved.
Okay.
Let's consider that solved.
Hello, my name is Bob Alexander. I'm the Executive Director with the Alberta 7 Step Society, and just here to talk a little bit about Mike. Now, Mike's been with us for about 14 years now. He's pretty much built and has serviced 9 machines that we have here, and looks after our server and all those things. Takes care of all the updates, repairs. It's great to have Mike. When you call him, he shows up, and he doesn't leave till the job is done. And on a personal note, Mike also looks after my home computer as well. And that can be a bit of a nightmare at times, but he's quite capable in taking care of that, and again, very prompt on that as well. So I wholeheartedly endorse Mike and encourage folks to give him some thought if you have some computer needs.
Mike, I need you to get me sending out email. My contact automatic addressing system has gone afoul, and all the messages that I forward are being returned, and the URLs are vanishing from my contacts folder. Help! I'm fine, thanks, but frustrated as hell. Eric. Thanks for the text. Your response has been sent. This small business owner named Eric conveniently lives near me, and he pays for our monthly all-inclusive service, so I responded to his text by stating I was heading that way now. He replied, "Ready and waiting, Mike. Thanks. Hooray, Mike." Step 1, we fixed the Microsoft Outlook send error and confirmed he could send emails and forward them properly. Problem number 2, client error. Contacts were deleted from the Outlook address book. I was able to log into the online backup system and restore his contacts. This service call could have been solved remotely over the computer. However, I was in the area and it was solved in under 30 minutes.